This year, Ubisoft Toronto was so excited to host the second annual Game UX Summit here in Toronto. We've got 350 people here from all around the world to hear 20 amazing speakers.
And a lot of people were actually trying to solve the same problems in their little isolated islands. And when I realized that, I really wanted to build bridges and connect everybody and create a network. This is really where everybody can talk the same language and try to figure things out together.
So when I first started, it was kind of still very much not seen as a thing, and UX, that word wasn't even around back then in games.
I and a lot of my colleagues never thought that we'd ever see something of this size 5 years ago. So it's amazing how it's grown, and I think it's going to grow even more next year, and I'm really looking forward to that.
I think the big important part about UX in games now is that what it does is drive kind of a player-centric way of thinking about things, a player-centric discipline.
But if we can get even in smaller studios where it's not likely to be a dedicated person, even if it's somebody who's doing design and UX and UI, but if they bring the thinking together, then that's a victory as well.
So I've been to some of the other UX conferences, but this one in particular was very insightful in a sense that is a lot more targeted within and thinking a lot more about like how does the game medium like kind of grow in terms of user experience, and also like how user experience also has a part in terms of affecting the gameplay.
It's really great that we can have we can have these bigger conferences which sweep up all the other sort of design issues in games, but I think the thing I really like about this summit is that it is so specific, right? There's such deep level of expertise.
I think the whole trend towards UX conferences is fairly new. This one is only in its second year. There was the summit at GDC, so I think this is more of a rising trend.
Seeing the game industry kind of come together with a more traditional UX industry, right, and having a lot of more overlap than we ever have in the past, and that part's actually really exciting.
I really want the summit to be hosted by a different studio every time and go to a different city every time, so we can actually spread the love and meet the people where they are, allow for more diversity and for more perspectives. It's going to keep going, and we're going to reach out to more people.